We're out here on hole 1, Jefferson's Barracks disc golf course in St. Louis. Supposed to be the #1 course in the area. Today we're going to be doing a player 1 versus player 2 challenge. So first throw is always going to be player 1, second throw is always going to be player 2. See who wins. For player 2, we're going to throw a starter out. Couple of solid drives, but long putts. For 2's tee pad. I was thrown to the wrong basket. Is that #1? I assumed that was #2's tee pad, so this would have to be #1 basket. I think it is. Oh, damn it. So it turns out the #1 basket's actually back over here. We way overdrove. I thought it was this basket here. That's hole 8. So we have like no putt. There's a giant tree in the way, so we're just going to lay up and get our par and get out of here. Did that go in? It did. It dropped. I knew the basket was right behind that tree, so I just threw a little hyzer around it and it went in. So player 1 is feeling good today. He's got 1 down already. Player 2 over here actually has a view at the basket, which means there's no chance this is going to go in. Oh, it does have a chance. Oh, just a little long. It's all good. Easy tap in par for player 2. Crazy birdie for player 1. Driving on the wrong basket. No complaints here. All right, player 1, 1 under. Player 2, even par. 2, 440, dead straight to the furthest pin position. Player 1, I'm going to forehand an Old Star Wraith. Player 2, I'm going to backhand a Surge SS. Can't actually see the basket. I'm just going dead straight, trying to hit this gap. Get around that. Release out on a little bit of Annie, and that disc never comes back. So both of them are parked over there near each other, but I don't think either one of them is very good. All right, so it turns out the basket was actually in the direction we threw. Kind of a lucky break, but also wasn't good drives to begin with. Player 1's right here. We haven't actually found player 2 yet. So there's not really anywhere to lose it. It's just that disc is hard to find and went over the hill blind shot. So we'll see if we can find it. But second shot, player 1, I'm going to throw a zone up here. Kind of blocked off by some trees. We'll see what we can do. Skip. Not too bad, I don't think. I couldn't find player 2's drive. The only like OB is this little grass patch right here. I don't know if that's where it's at or not. We're gonna take casual relief because we've never played this course before. It's wide open. There shouldn't really be anywhere to lose that disc, but it is a clear disc. So gonna take casual relief from right here. Just lay up and try to save the par. Go in. Oh, way too far. It's not near as uphill as I thought. It looks very uphill, but must be closer. For player 1. Get down. Great putt. Needed that. So I believe that brings things back to even. It's like all the baskets are in the long positions. Like every single one of them. I guess the first tee we went to the wrong baskets. That made it a long one. But 369 feet, slight uphill. Pretty cool looking hole. It's a matter of what the heck to throw here. I'm going to go with the stag. Get down. That's going to be in the shit. I think player 2 is going to go for a forehand. Oh, it's so good. Could have used a little more height, a little more turn, but we'll take it. Gonna see what we can do here. Throw a little flex forehand zone. Not hit any of these branches. Oh no, did not flex it enough or give it enough, but we're out. And we found our Zen Llama disc. So player 2 got screwed. We hit up at that stump up there, rolled all the way back down, but never belittled the middle. Man, that's a long ways up there. There we go. That'll save our bogey. I got player 2's par right here. Oh, I don't know if those branches hurt me or not. I'm going to blame it on it though. God. So nobody told me this was an absolute death putt. Get up here, look at this. Look at where my disc is. How is that fair? That's just down in a cavern. The other one's parked for a bogey. Easy bogey right there, but this is now a bogey putt. This is ridiculous. There's an animal burrow right here. I'm gonna get eaten by a wolverine on my way down here. You can hardly even get out of here, let alone run it at the basket. Yeah, I can literally only hit the bottom of the cage from here. That's all I got. That's ridiculous. Ooh. Yeah, that's local knowledge would have told you to never run that putt I ran. There's a double. And that's player 2. Player 1, who had the worst tee shot, walking away with a bogey. Player 1's +1. Player 2 is now +2. Hole too. And the disc that I would probably want to throw here, I lost on hole 2. So, this looks dangerous, but I think it's dangerous no matter what you do. Literally every single tee pad is in the long position, or basket, excuse me, is in the long position. So it's 405 foot par 3. It's gonna be a rough one today, guys. I think that's a good safe drive. Yes, this is Bailey's disc. So if I lose it, she'll be real mad. Nope, it's piped. Oh, hit a late tree, but should be right where the stag is. So player 1 and player 2 are pretty even. Player 2 with the Valkyrie, player 1 with the stag. 150 or so feet left. Just gonna throw a old DXV rock up there. Get down. Get down. Oh, bad skip. We're all right though. Player 1, gonna throw the proxy. I've already realized that this challenge is kind of difficult in the fact that one player gets to steal a disc out of the other player's bag every hole. So you have to you can't throw what you want to throw necessarily. Forces you to use other discs, but I'm gonna throw the glow proxy. That one didn't skip at all, but we'll be all right. There's a deer right there, right behind the basket. I saw something move right when I was about to putt. All right, that is a par for player 1. Getting attacked by acorns over here. Oh, I thought that was in, honestly, and we ended up airmailing. Par for player 1, bogey for player 2. Hole 5, another long par 3, 450 foot. Of course, it's in the far position. But we get a couple bombers. We're going to throw the G-Star Destroyer and this Hades. Hades is new to the bag, so. Don't you dare hit that only tree. Okay, I made it through. Slowed it down, but started that on a low release. Oh, that should be really good. Oh, it stopped turning. Ran out of steam. We're gonna go get some more tattoos after this. I'm gonna get our Missouri one, maybe our Kansas one knocked off the list. But man, it's getting hot. It is already steaming. Surprise, surprise, player one, player two are pretty close to each other. This is player one. I'm gonna just toss a proxy layup here. This disc is soaking wet. Gave it a run. Fade, fade. Plus three. Okay. Right. Player one, gonna throw this backhand heat. Just try to get a little anhyzer underneath the canopy. We'll see how far it can go. Oh, parked if it was on the C position. Oh no, I flipped it. Roll. Terrible. Flipped it over. That Wraith is actually one of my oldest discs. It was my first Ace disc. It's been in the bag for at least a dozen years. And I'm just afraid to like admit that it's gotten a lot less stable because it's becoming less and less useful. But maybe I'll have to start hyzer flipping it. Player two's terrible drive, just make a good upshot, save par. The old McBeast 6 claw coming clutch here. Nope, left it on hyzer like an idiot. Oh no, this is not good. This is not what you want to see, folks. Low ceiling. An absolute bomb from player one. I've got about a 30, 35 foot birdie putt here. See if we can bang some chains. Yes, that feels good. It's be so bad if there wasn't a branch directly in front of the basket here. So I got to get this just barely over the cage, otherwise it's going to hit the tree. Just like that. Man, my miss is always low and into the cage too. And I've been working on not leaving it in the cage, and the one time I need to do it. But hey, what can you do? Little course review update. What hole was that? Yeah, so in between 6 and 7. 6 was in the long position, 400 something feet away, and both tee pads are next to each other. So once you finish that, you have to walk all the way back to the 7 tee pad. Kind of dumb. I don't like it when courses do that. It feels like it wasn't planned, but this is supposed to be the best course around. Just figured I'd nitpick. 10A, 232, player one, I'm going to throw a fuse. This thing is super flippy for some reason. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a little understable, but mine like turns right and never comes back if I don't throw it nose up. Oh, that is so good. That's exactly the shot we wanted. Now that old V-Rock will sometimes do the same thing, but I found it to be a little more finicky. Literally just requires more skill. That's literally right at the basket. We grip locked that a little bit, yanked it a bit right, but not too far off our line, and it laser beamed straight at the basket. So we'll see where we're at. Player one, if we can pull off what we did on the first hole and throw a perfect putt behind this tree blind and nail it, that'd be sweet. But that's all we have. It's our only option. I mean, we could maybe Annie putt this. Ah, that's tough. I'm going to go for the Annie putt. Ooh. Way too much Annie. Way too much. I guess we are on a hill. Oh man, that was such a good run. I thought we cashed that birdie for a second. No. Hole 8, finally a par 4, 531 feet. Whoa, big air bounce. Get over the hill. It's not it. Terrible player 2 drive here. Still can't see the basket, so we're just gonna go straight up the fairway. Glide forever. Can't even see the basket, so I'm just gonna go straight over this hill, bomb it, see how far we can get up there. No! At least that's so bad. There we go. Didn't fade at all. Player 1's third shot. Player 2 for par. Way long. Player 2 for bogey. For birdie. Came out real wobbly. Player 1's terrible drive. Up shot behind the tree. Player 2's birdie putt. About 40 feet. Player 1's par. And player 2's parked for par. We are on the back 9. Player 1 is currently 1 under. Player 2 is 5 over. Really surprised by that result, honestly. I really did think that player 2 would have the advantage going second, but I did just realize that I haven't been giving player 2 the box. I don't know if he ever actually had the box because player 1's been playing well. Either way, though, we're just going to start the back 9 off. Player 1 and then player 2, and then we'll go from there. Hole 10. Looks like it's, I'm guessing, in the C position. I think I saw it over there. It might even be in B. So it's either 450 or 549. It's way over there over these trees. I'm just going to take a big, big hyzer over these trees here and just try to get into the clearing on the other side. Player 2. Accidentally threw that on a huge ante line. I was trying to give it a little bit of flex, but gave it way too much. Forget that Hades is that understable. I did also just realize that if you guys didn't notice, Bailey is not recording this back 9 with me. The camera died, and now I've got a battery pack strapped to my tripod just to keep it going. But now I can't plug in my wireless mic. So I hope the audio is not too bad for you guys. Player 1 took a 3, player 2 took a 4. Hole 11, 366 yard par 3. It says it's in the B position, should be just straight ahead. Must be down over the hill because I can't see it. Player 1's got the box, and I'm going to throw the stag. I think we're pretty happy with that. Player 2, I'm going to throw a bit of a little Simon line actually with a discraft feet. I'm going to go around the tee pad here and just try to throw it on a crazy Annie all the way back. I think that worked pretty well. Walking up, looks like we actually have a couple good shots. I can now see the basket straight ahead here. Just gotta find our discs. This grass is so long. Honestly, not at all what we wanted. I was a push putter for a long time, and recently kind of transitioned into what I call like a spush, but it's definitely more spin putty than I've ever done before. And I'm liking it a lot, but it's definitely throwing off my like old ways. I can't do the things I used to be able to do. Player one had a great shot right here. So we've got a birdie look. Definitely a death putt. It's a birdie though. But we do have the lead. Do we play smart here? I don't know what the strategy is with the player one versus player two kind of thing is. Honestly, I thought player two was going to do way better because whenever I practice by myself and I throw extra discs, it always seems like the second one's better. You know, you throw a bad one, the second one always turns out better. But I'm playing way better with player one. So I don't know if that's because I get first dibs off the tee pad, but I've tried to even think about what player two would want to throw. And it's like an equal shot either way. It's not like I'm throwing a good shot and then a bad shot. So I don't know. Either way, we got a scary birdie putt. Let's see if we can bank some chains. Not gonna lie, guys, I was really scared of that, but I did float it down right underneath the basket. I gave it a kind of a chance, but I just can't commit to just pummeling it through. We've also got a tailwind behind us. It would literally go probably 50 feet behind the basket. Couple of pars. Player one still has the box, so I'm gonna throw the fuse on a backhand Annie. Oh my God, guys. I'm not kidding, that actually was an ace run. It hit a branch that's hanging right in front of the basket. That was such a good line. I guess player two, we're gonna try to do the same thing. I don't carry two fuses, so I'm gonna throw the beat up V-Rock. I think we started that on a little too much Annie. You could honestly throw like a driver forehand, just like a low speed. It'd be like a 12 speed, but it'd be crazy overstable. Just so you could throw it right over those trees and let it just crash down. That would probably work. I don't know, but that fuse shot is definitely the play. Well guys, I don't know what happened, but I didn't record right there. Just barely missed that putt. It's a must-make birdie putt for player one, just to keep the good score going, and the fact that that was an ace run. We're this close. I mean, we've got 20 feet maybe. We got to drop this birdie. Cash. All right, guys, with that birdie, that brings player two down to 2 under. Player one is actually 6 over, so there's an 8-stroke swing right here. It's kind of crazy, but it is hot out here, guys. It is a hot one. We're on our way to hole 13, and there's a ton of baskets over here, so I'm kind of confused what's going on. So we have 13 and 17's tee pad right here. So interested to see how this wraps back around, but just from the tee pad right here, you can see 3 different baskets. So I don't know which one we're supposed to go to. Hopefully UDisc has the right one. Player one, just gonna play some good clean golf and throw the stag. Hold that a little bit. Player two, I'm gonna throw a heat, little hyzer flip. All that fairway, and I yank both of them to the right. Left ourselves a couple of really long shots. Not happy with player one's result. That's how you know it's real, guys. That's how you know it's real. 2 terrible shots. They're still in the video. Do I want to show them to anybody? No. No. I don't want anyone to ever know that happened. But I do it for you guys. I do it for you. That was the best result we could possibly hope for. Never mind, guys. Don't watch that. Cut it. Full bogeys for both players. Take your bogey, move on. Okay, so those bogeys don't hurt so bad now because this was actually our basket back here. So we just played 14's basket because we're stupid. And it was like an extra 100 something feet. So that explains why it felt like such a long hole and we bogeyed it. So for the sake of time and because you have to walk literally the complete opposite direction to get to 14's tee pad just to play that same basket again, I gave both players pars just to move on. And we're at hole 15 now. It's hot as hell. Bailey's waiting on me. And I just don't feel like going back for that hole. All right, we've got hole 15, another par 3. I'm going to assume it's in basket D because they're all on the long pins today. And I don't see it. So it's got to be up and slightly to the left. We're just going to take a couple mids, buzz in a zone, and just see if we can just punch them up through the gap, get close enough to get a putt. No skip. Definitely needed some skip there, but we left that way low. Let's see if we can get a better shot with the buzz player too. This is what I think should happen. Like, I think I should throw a better shot with this one because I just got a warm up, right? Why is player 2 losing by so much? Might be good. Might have cut that a little close to the left side. Okay, well, here's player 1's buzz shot here, but there's like a live, at least I'm only assuming it's live. I have no idea. It could be a dead power line, but there's just a power line just chilling right here. Oh, sick. I didn't even notice this. We've got a deer up here. Look at this. Look at the effort it took to put that thing up there. It's kind of scary. Never even noticed it. Robo the deer. Pretty sure that's what that says. Interesting. Let's see if we can, who am I kidding? We're definitely not making a putt from here. Oh my God, like I'm hoping we can even get up close to the basket because we're pretty cut off here. So I'd probably flick a zone here for my other shot. So I'm gonna use a zone OS. I still haven't decided if this is worth keeping in the bag. It is so stupid overstable. Looks like another couple bogeys for both players. Hole 16 is about 300 feet. I threw this cool little window here. Definitely a pretty tight window. I think I'm gonna throw the stag and the heat. I'll just go in that order. So player 1 will get the stag. Player 2 will get the heat. Going for a birdie here when I don't even know where the basket is pretty tough, but see what we can do. We get to go on an adventure in the forest. So I don't know how long I'm going to do this series for. Let me know how you guys like it, but I think it's a little more entertaining than just watching me play through all the holes. Adds a little bit of challenge to it. Get to see some different shots. Maybe we'll do a player 1 does backhand only, player 2 does forehand only, something like that. I mean, I'm up to anything. You guys just comment down below what you want to see, and I'll do my best to give it to you. I don't know what it is. Just airballed both those putts. Player two's putts. So that's a par 4, or excuse me, a bogey. Parred with player 1, bogeyed with player 2. It just keeps happening. So we've got a 650 foot par 4 here. And that is our window. This is a tough hole, guys. This is 17. There's a lot of headwind, and player 1 is currently even par. I'm going to try to just make sure I get through this gap. So I'm going to throw the max forehand. And then player 2, I'm going to get a little more aggressive and throw the wraith forehand and see if we can get a little more distance. Horrible tree love there. See where we end up. Here's player 2. Got a little bit of foliage on that too, so it's definitely slowed it down, but I think both are on the other side of all these trees, and that was my main goal. So this is a really tough hole already, and not knowing where the basket is only makes it harder. So now my player 2 third shot is way over here when I thought it wasn't too bad. We're gonna try to save double bogeys, believe it or not. So after this, we're gonna go get at least another tattoo today for our travel sleeves. But if you guys wanna watch that, I try to keep the videos a little bit separate. I know not everybody's into disc golf, not everybody's into vlogs. So go on and check over that if you wanna just see kind of what a day in the life with me is. You never know what you're gonna get. You know, I think that would have gone in. If it wasn't for that branch, I think that was going in. Number 18. Looks like it says Mando in play for baskets C and D only. I don't see what the Mando is supposed to be, so I'm not really sure. Maybe people just throw... Well, the technical difficulties continued, and on the tee pad of hole 18,